Hello everyone, my name is Feng Man Ting. I am studying Construction Engineering and Management in City University of Hong Kong. This video will show you what I have done and learned in a 7-day polyu IC training course. The first training course is scaffolding. After a short lecture, we went to the site. The trainer introduced the different components of metal scaffolding. After that, we followed the instruction to construct a metal scaffolding by ourselves. Before the work started, we need to wear protective equipment. The different parts of metal scaffolding are very heavy. They need about 2 people to carry out. The most important process of constructing the scaffolding is leveling. It is because the scaffolding did not set level, it will be very dangerous and not stable when the scaffolding is constructing upward. At the end, we finished the long and difficult task. We all feel very tired and we are all sweating during the task. After this training, I learned the basic knowledge of forcework and knew how to distinguish between forcework and scaffold. The second day of training is formwork. On that day, I need to erect an I-shaped formwork. This was the first time for me to do this work. First, we need to cut the plywood for required size by using the dimension circular saw. It is a very dangerous machine due to its very high speed. I paid attention to use this machine and follow all the instructions from the trainer. After cutting the plywood, we need to make an I-shaped formwork by nailing and bolting. At the end, the I-shaped formwork was erected. The third day workshop is structural steel work. The trainer first demonstrates the use of drilling machine, steel ruler, and cutting machine. After that, he demonstrates the welding process. Welding is a very dangerous process and it needs skillful and trained worker to do this kind of work. After the demonstration, we need to make 2 pieces of steel of designated shape. This is a cutting steel machine. Some liquid will spray out to lower the temperature of steel. For this task, it was very difficult to cut the designated shape by our own hand, as we had only hand equipment but not machine. We had tried very hard to do this task. We finished at the end. From this task, it implied that machine is very important to construction industry, especially in this rapidly developed city. On the 4th day, the topic is NDT, non-destructive testing, and anchoring in separate 2 parts. NDT is taught in the morning and anchoring in the afternoon. In this morning, I attended the long lecture to get the basic information of NDT. After that, I have tried 3 tests: rebound hammer test, cover meter inspection test, and half self potential test. Rebound hammer test is the most simple one. At the end of this workshop, the lecturer showed us the use of infrared thermographic test. In the second part of the workshop, a presenter from a company called Hilti. She first briefly introduced types, uses, and the basic theory of anchoring system. For example, the working principles, failure modes, influencing factors, installation, and quality control. In the practice session, I tried to use the undercut anchor to see how the edge distance affects the failure mode. First, I drilled the hole by using the drilling machine, and then cleaned the drilled hole. Then I used the setting tool to embed the anchor. This is an edge failure or called concrete crack. The content of this workshop was very rich, and I can understand more about NDT and anchoring through practice session. In the following 5th and 6th day, the workshop was social concrete. Social concrete is familiar to us as we had already learned this topic in City University. This 2 days workshop was very easy to us. In the practice session, we need to calculate the weight of ingredient of concrete and weight by ourselves. Cement, sand, 10 mm aggregate and 20 mm aggregate are the ingredient of concrete. These materials were then put into the mixer in a descending order of aggregate size. A few minutes later, the concrete was mixed. Then we put the concrete into the trolley and did the slump test to find out the workability of this concrete. The trainer said that as the mixer machine was very old, it did not add enough water into the mixer. The workability of concrete that we mixed was low. The slump value was 0. I think this was a good negative example that water-cement ratio do affect the quality of concrete. After that, we casted the concrete into the I-shaped formwork by 2 layers and vibrate the concrete for eliminating the voids trapped in the concrete. After a long and labor-intensive task, we had finished our work. On the 2nd day of this workshop, the concrete that we made last day was already hardened. We tried to use hammer to remove the formwork. This is our I-shaped concrete. You can see there were some honeycombs in the concrete. It is because we cannot eliminate the voids in the concrete. This can be taken the blame for the lack of experience. For a better quality of concrete, curing is a very important process. After casting the concrete, this process can prevent evaporation of moisture drying out from concrete, particularly by solar radiation and wind, so better for concrete strength development. Besides, curing can prevent surface cracks of concrete. The trainer also did the concrete cube compression test. This is a compression test machine. This is to test the compression strength of concrete cube. At the end of this workshop, we need to bend the steel bar to different shape. Then we try to fix the steel bar in position. It was a very difficult and hard work. The last day workshop was brickwork and plastering. After the lecture, the trainer introduced different types of brickwork and block and their functions. Then he showed different types of tools for laying brickwork and plastering. For example, water level and pump ruler. Then he introduced different types of plastering and tiles. The other trainers demonstrated lots of work. For example, the technique of mixing the motor, plastering, laying brick and tiles. I have tried to do plastering. It was a very difficult work. Only skillful and trained worker can do high quality work. I had tried many times to level the motor by using pump ruler, but I did not success. For this 7-day workshop, they were meaningful, useful, and practical. I had learned many basic knowledge of construction work. The practice session and demonstration are very useful for understanding abstract knowledge. At this moment, I am proud that I've already gained the basic technical work of construction. Thank you.